Welcome back to Sunrise. It's 6:18 and it's time for your Monday headlines with our girl, Tico Monster. Good morning, TK.
Dennis, you are hilarious.
How are ya?
Good morning and happy Monday to you.
Yeah, happy Monday to you, the hardest working woman in show business.
Well, I receive it for now. For now, you know what I mean?
As the light is the TK, middle day is the TK, afternoon, evening is the TK, night time is the TK. I gotta tell you, it's a lot. I'm gonna set up her name so Andrew will need her to get our award.
And you get it, you know, because of the accumulation.
And if it could come with a check, I'd be grateful. I would be grateful.
Remember.
Yeah, but always. Yeah. Let's talk about what's happening in the headlines. Of course, still reeling from Beryl, right? So flooding at Spanish Town Hospital, patients relocated. So patients at the Spanish Town Hospital in St. Catherine were forced to relocate to other areas on the grounds after heavy rains flooded sections of the facility. Sudden and severe inundation left the Spanish Town Hospital overwhelmed by floodwaters following relentless rainfall over the weekend. Regional Director for the Southeast Regional Health Authority, Sarah Errol Green, he says the Accident and Emergency A&E Department was flooded due to heavy rainfall caused by significant runoff from Burke Road in St. Catherine. This emergency required the temporary relocation of patients to alternative wards at the hospital. Green is appealing to the public for understanding and cooperation during this challenging period.
Yes.
Understandably.
Understandably. And I'd second that because, you know, Dennis, I do understand the dislocation, the discomfort, right? Because when the shoe is on your foot, it's squeezed differently. But we also have to extend grace and compassion because Beryl has affected everybody, right? Yeah. And so you're not, and different places, the devastation is of such an extent that you can't get up back tomorrow and everything just up and running.
Absolutely.
So for example, some places are going to be without electricity for a while because it's not just one light post is down. It's a whole network, you know what I mean? Water now probably come back right now because the turbidity and the whole for something, so, you know, I understand because nobody wants to be in an uncomfortable situation, especially when you have children or elderly parents or, you know, the elders around you. But still we have to understand because if it did America or Canada or England
and a natural disaster hit.
It a go hit.
And I think an important point to note is the fact that when you have the amount of rainfall that was dumped on a space over a short period of time, and then you have a heavy period of rainfall on top of that, remember the soil is already saturated.
Yes.
So the threshold for flooding is like that. You understand? So there's no amount of drain cleaning that you can do to stop that because it's just not designed to manage that amount of rainfall, which is why I think that we all need, as Jamaicans, to get on this train of advocating for addressing issues of climate change because climate change to us who live in small island developing states is not a hoax.
It's very real.
It's not a hoax.
And we feel it.
You know, we feel it.
It's not theory.
And
it's not
we contribute less to global climate, global warming than other countries who feel it less.
Yes.
You know, so as SIDS, we are in the throes of it. And so when you have these big systems that are used to be once in a lifetime systems. Like when you hear, it reached category 4 already. Back in the 80s, Gilbert as a category 3 was a big deal.
Yeah. And so early too in the season, because normally a hurricane not develop till way down. You know what I mean? Like you're like, it's June, like it's start of July. What is happening? That's what I'm telling you, Dennis. It felt like Beryl caught us off guard because I'm like, what are you doing? Someone just start.
So early.
Yeah, you just start to take out your party clothes. Oh, but hurricane I go. But I understand you, Beryl, Miss.
Hold on, Gilbert was September what, 18?
No, it was September 12.
12.
1988,
September 12.
Yeah.
You know, it's so, I mean, I'm just praying that
but
the
Chris
rest
and
of the...
friend them just lie down and just not bother with it. Just slow it. Slow it. Chris, just slow it. Bill. Chill and Bill.
Yeah.
Tantody. Thank you.
Yep. Well, in other news, going away from the hurricane-ness now.
This is another hurricane.
Spike
and it's a category 1000.
Right? Spike in sexual crimes against children. So there's an increase in sexual crimes against persons between ages 8 and 12 in Kingston and St. Andrew. That's according to Inspector Florine Clark from the Center for Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse, CISOCA. She tells CVM News that the agency is being overwhelmed by reports of sexual offences, especially against people under 16 years old, which is the highest reported sexual crime. She urges parents and other stakeholders to do better to protect children and enforce the legal age of consent. Clark was speaking to members of the St. Andrews South Police District Consultative Committee Conference at the Pembroke Hall High School over the weekend.
There are other spaces where it is so. Now, by and large, sex crimes are on the decline, like nationally. But in that cohort, there is...
In that age group?
Yeah, there is an issue. Now, what you will find when you do look at the numbers is, for instance, it's not stranger grabbing a kid and doing
family,
it's
friends, neighbor.
You know, it's almost always someone in a position of trust.
Yes, yes.
And so these things happen when people violate the trust that has been put in them.
Yes.
And what usually makes me nervous as a parent is I trust you, but I don't know who have access to your yard.
Definitely.
You understand?
Yes.
So I ask you to watch, and then you have a brother who comes there, and it's, you understand?
Yeah. Yes.
And so it is proximity to the trust.
Yes.
That is a predictor of how it will happen.
But also, Dennis, I would also appeal to parents and, you know, to listen to their children.
Yes.
Some parents take a position because it is someone that you trust, you want to disbelieve your child at the outset. Yes, children do lie, okay? And children can be mischievous for whatever reason. But I take the position of giving the child the benefit of the doubt. Don't disregard what they say. Go and investigate it. No matter how pristine the person look or professional the person look or whatever you know, so him would have never, you never know. You see a man's face, but you don't see his heart. So my thing is, listen to your children. If your child doesn't want to go around uncle so-and-so or auntie so-and-so, investigate. Why is that? Probe the situation. Do your investigation. Don't just cast aside. You're too lie. You're too wicked. Or you put the man before the pitney. Oh, a lie she a tell. True, you know what me and the man there. Lie him a tell. No. Go and look, because as a parent, the onus is on you to protect your children. And being as though me have the capacity.
What I always say as well as we go, study your child.
Yes.
Know your child. Know what behavior is out of sorts.
Yes.
So, like, all of a sudden, you see certain regressions.
Yes,
stop eat, start wet bed, start acting out. They manifest these tendencies before, like in the early stages.
Pay attention.
Yeah? So pay attention to your kids.
And I'm asking also, Dennis, the perpetrators, these monsters who want to violate our children, please leave them alone. Do not rob them of their innocence, of their childhood, because what you are doing leaves irreparable damage. And then affected children become affected adults, and it is something that never goes away. I'm saying whatever inclination you have or propensity, go and find adult women or men or whatever the case may be to take out your desires on. Leave our children alone.
Amen.
They are the future. And if you ramp with the future, it's going to be a problem. So please think about it, not just yourself, but think about the innocent children who are vulnerable and need protection.
Absolutely, absolutely. So before I leave you, let's just remind you that Copa America is still on. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for the semi-final fixture with live watch party at Murray's Fish and Jerk in Clarendon.
Right.
Good curry goat jack. That's in a man. Boss to every boss. And big up to Uruguay. Uruguay clipped Brazil. Y'all didn't watch it? I was like, oh my God.
Brazil ball.
No, me ball for them too. Yeah, me know Neymar cry out. Yeah, I gotta tell you. But you know, Uruguay, when they Suarez and them.
Suarez
but me not like penalty shootout, you know?
No, but it's cruel, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, it's right here on CVM. Now, on the other side of the break, Beryl is gone, but your cupboards are still stacked. The big up people with the 8 bread and the 7 bread. We're not going to make bread pudding all week. Yeah. Oh, no, you may talk. What about the 8 bread and the 7 bread? Yeah, it's a lot. We've got some breakfast options to put them to good use when we come back. You're crepey. Do like bread there. Yeah, you're crepey. Something ain't getting on.
It's on earth.
Yeah, my earth bottom. And the people that eat out the bottom.